Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today our group will be presenting on Sustainable Development Goal 6, which is clean water and sanitation. This SDG aims to ensure the availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. In this presentation, we will explore three key questions. First, how equitable is Malaysia's access to clean water, especially between rural and urban areas, particularly in Sabah and Sarawak? Second, how effective are our water governance frameworks in managing resources amid rapid development? And thirdly, how do climate change and deforestation affect Malaysia's water security and flood risk? Our group members include myself, Yasmin, Shahira, Azila and Putri. Together, we will discuss how Malaysia is progressing toward achieving SDG 6 and the challenges that remain. Let's look at the first question. According to DOSIN 2022, Malaysia has achieved 94.9% clean water access, with almost full coverage in urban areas. However, rural regions, especially in Sabah and Sarawak, still face major gaps, with access about 40% lower than urban areas. This gap exists because many rural settlements are remote, scattered, and costly to connect to main pipelines. Unlike Peninsular Malaysia, East Malaysia's challenging terrain and aging infrastructure make water expansion slower. To address this, initiatives such as the National Water Policy 2023 to 2040, the Sarawak Water Grid and the PALP projects, and the Sabah Rural Water Supply Initiative are being implemented to improve water access and equity across the regions.
My name is Azila and I'll be talking about the effectiveness of Malaysia's water governance frameworks. Malaysia managed its water through key policies like the National Water Resources Policy 2012, the Water Services Industry Act 2006 and SPAN, the National Water Services Commission. This aimed to ensure efficient water use and strong regulations. Next, in Peninsular Malaysia, water governance is quite effective, with better service coverage and quality. However, overlapping roles between federal and state governments still cause coordination problems, especially in planning and enforcement. This weakens policy execution and affects long-term water sustainability.
So continuing from that, I will focus on Malaysia water governance amidst rapid industrialization and urban growth. The rising demand from industries and cities has put serious pressure on our water resources, causing pollution, over-instruction, and declining river quality. Although initiatives like the Integrated River Basin Management and the National Water Balance Management System exist, enforcement is still weak. Industrial discharges and unplanned urban growth often outpace monitoring. To ensure long-term water security, Malaysia must improve coordination among agencies, strengthen data sharing, and promote water recycling and green infrastructure. So, economic growth doesn't come at the cost of sustainability.
Climate change is seriously affecting Malaysia's water security and increasing the flood risk. Irregular rainfall causes some areas to face drought while others suffer from heavy floods. So let's focus on the flood as we'll be relating it to the flood risk. These flood damage water infrastructure and contaminate clean water sources as they carry waste, sewage and industrial pollutant, making it harder to ensure safe drinking water and sanitation. It also means that it reduces water quality and causes saltwater intrusion in coastal areas, which threatening groundwater supply. Having stronger climate adaptation measures like sustainable water management and flood resilient infrastructure very much helpful in mitigating the more serious impact in near future.
Deforestation has a major impact on Malaysia's water security and flood risk. When forests are cleared, water quality gets worse because of higher sediment and pollution in rivers and reservoirs. Less forest cover also means lower groundwater recharge, so less water is stored underground, and this causes inconsistent water supply, especially during dry seasons. For flood risk, the loss of trees increases surface runoff and weakens riverbanks, leading to more erosion. As a result, floods become more frequent and severe, damaging agriculture, homes and infrastructure like what we've seen in states such as Kelantan and Pahang. In conclusion, Malaysia has made good progress in providing clean water and sanitation.